tonight, Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Matisse Thybulle. Embiid is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Doncic, and it's Irving at the 5. Now, here's Thybulle. Lets it fly from 18. And Embiid throws it down.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
And so it's New Orleans with it. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
A division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, and they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to Jones. Pass to Williamson. Clock at 6. Kicks it to McCollum. Shot from 12. Nice jump shot. Good.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Irving against McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. But Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
Boy, when you think of Kyrie Irving, hard not to believe he has got perhaps the best handle in the entire NBA.
Now here's Williamson.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10 frame to send it back.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Embiid. And even 3-on-3 break. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Embiid, the pass to Irving. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
Now here's Ingram. And stolen by Thybulle. Stolen. Shoots. The Mavericks pull it in.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Releases, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And here's a look at the stats for Jonas Valanciunas. Great showing for him last season. Averaged 17 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. A different look for Dallas. Bertans comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Carr in for Luka Doncic. Here's Alvarado. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Williamson. And the shot is long. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end. And it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
Now Jones following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Jones kicks to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And this game is tied up now.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Now, here is Irving. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Ingram. Out to the right wing. The drive by Williamson. To the left side wing. Pass to Ingram. The fadeaway. Another miss by Williamson.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Irving. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. Irving's got 5.
What I love about Kyrie Irving is there's no fear on the interior. This guy is looking for ways to score.
Alvarado passes to Ingram. New Orleans moving the ball around. Williamson kicks to Ingram for the 3. Traps in the tray.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
The pass to Carr. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Mavericks making a switch here. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for Carr. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Irving. Now, here's Doncic. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. And a miss there on the triple.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, that the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders, they're building a team to contend.
Here's Dunn, following the score by Josh Richardson. Richardson against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Alvarado. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Green out to Doncic. Berton sets the pick for Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Pelicans trail by 5. Richardson outside. Out to Nance. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Berton's shot is good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. To the middle. Here's Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And that's Nance Jr.'s go-to move. This guy doesn't mess around when he gets that kind of position.
Mavericks leading by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Nance with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, Nance in position. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. They've got McCollum, also Ingram out there. And it's Nance in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. Pelicans shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. McCollum against Embiid from outside the arc. That one doesn't go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Irving with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Embiid inside.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
It's tipped. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Feibel. Plays it in off the breakaway. Feibel's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And it's Ingram missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
And it's Irving missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Bounce pass Ingram. Here's Nance. Mavericks with the rebound. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. Makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Bertans, a screen on McCollum. Passes it to Carr. And here is Bertans. Irving looking over the floor. Back to Bertans. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post, and he makes that one. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Kyrie Irving getting to that mid-range scoring ability. Sometimes it's the only shot available.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Mavericks leading by 8. Now here's Irving. He's got 9. He kicks it to Embiid. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Embiid's got 11 points.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Jones. Irving with the ball. Jones covering. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty in how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
McCollum, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Irving. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Jones. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Embiid. Josh Green comes in for Davis Bertans. Doncic is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Here's Dunn following the basket by C.J. McCollum. On the wing, Doncic. Shoots over Ingram. And it's Doncic missing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. 3rd is Luka Doncic.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Another 3 for Dallas.
Now, Luka Doncic is not shy. He trusts his range shooting, and you can see why.
Here's McCollum. He's got 11. And it's sent back by Isaac. And here is Doncic. And he drives in. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pelicans trail by 19. McCollum with the ball. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Utah. Here's Williamson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Williamson's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Doncic outside. Right wing. Here's Carr. Drills it from outside. Carr's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Good on the three-point shot.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 16-7 run. Dunn passes to Isaac. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Ingram. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion, but I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team. Luka Doncic has already established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Now, Doncic. He's got 9. Now the pass to Isaac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doris, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high-percentage 2-point looks.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Once he's inside that painted area, you can see the level of aggression from Luka Doncic rise. This guy knows he can score it in there.
Alvarado passes to Marshall. Williamson outside. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Doncic kicks to Isaac. Dunn outside. Isaac with the screen for Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Nance. A minute 20 left now here in the second. Williamson with the bucket.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Dunn outside. Doncic outside. Pelicans with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Marshall. Again, the Pelicans score.
Well, show me your vision, Josh Richardson. What a delivery.
Here's Dunn. The dish to Doncic. Carr with the screen on Richardson. The 3 for Doncic. Nance with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Dallas. Isaac's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Richardson against Doncic. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. 7 seconds left here in the second. And then slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first half. The Mavericks on top, up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low.
And we've got some trades being... And that about wraps it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jonathan Isaac is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Irving. And it's Green in at the 2. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, Kyrie Irving is very capable of single-handedly sustaining an offense. Hot hand, yes, sir.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Now here's Irving. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 11, and it's sent back by Isaac.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Well, the size and the length of Jonathan Isaac presents a problem for the defense. This guy uses that frame to draw fouls.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
Now here's McCollum. Now here's Jones. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Dallas. Isaac's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And with the Mavs, a trip doors to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The Pelicans making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Davis Bertans checks in for Jonathan Isaac. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And here's Valanciunas. Kicks to McCollum. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And crafty move by McCollum there, making sure he initiates the contact before letting the shot go.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Mavs fans are hoping this team, Doris, is poised to repeat the success of the early 2000s.
Well, Kevin, I think you have to look at the deep run into the playoffs from last year where they finally figured out the pieces they need to have around their great star, Luka Doncic. Obviously, you need shooting across positions, but I think one thing you need to consider if you're the Dallas Mavericks, paint protection is critical. High-level defenders are critical. So do you need that presence in the paint and a vertical threat at the cup to enhance Luka's skills even more?
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
So much of the NBA is about pick and roll opportunities, and who better than Jonas Valanciunas to roll to the cup?
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Dallas. Isaac's checked in for Joel Embiid. Josh Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Doncic. 14 points for him. Dunn outside. Doncic with a screen on McCollum. Out to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Bertans for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bertans got 5.
Well, the best part of Davis Bertans' game, that lightning quick release off the catch, that's pretty work.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 19. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Here's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. No good from Valanciunas. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Doncic passes to Dunn. Back to Doncic. Pass to Isaac. Over Ingram. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
And checking out the stats for Brandon Ingram. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 22 points a game last season, 5 assists and 6 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Now, here's Doncic. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Isaac a screen on Ingram. Doncic kicks to Bertans. The three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trailed by 19. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Knocked loose. True on the 14-footer. Ingram's got his second bucket.
And the whole court is open for Ingram. He's got the accuracy to hit that from mid-range.
Dallas calls timeout. Josh Richardson's checked in for New Orleans. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Carr comes in for Josh Green. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Luka Doncic. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Chris Dunn. Now, here's Bertans. He has 5. Thybulle for 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. Pelicans trail by 17. To the paint. Here's Nance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
Well, who says this isn't a contact sport? Larry Nance taking the initiative to draw the foul. Nice.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
There's Tennis, the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Richardson for 3, and the Pelicans miss again. Dallas leading by 18. Right side, Irving. Pass to Thybulle, and stolen by Richardson. Inside, Murphy, and then Murphy with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here is Carr. The Pelicans make their last shot. And it's Irving missing. The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. 3-pointer out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And a chance to check out Joel Embiid here. He's coming off an excellent season, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Green's checked in. To the middle. Stolen by McCollum. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Count the basket.
And over the years, McCollum has become one of the more reliable scorers in our league.
Embiid sets the pick for Irving. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 16. Embiid in the corner. 5 to shoot, and they double up Embiid. On the wing, Green.
Well, such an active defensive player. Larry Nance Jr. makes the offensive player work.
McCollum with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. McCollum kicks to Marshall. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mavericks leading by 11. On the wing, Irving. Passes it to Embiid. Now Bertans. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That cuts the lead to single digits. Murphy's got 5 points in the quarter.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Dallas calls timeout.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
New Orleans making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Lawson's checked in. Irving with the ball. There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Irving's got 18 points.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Marshall in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Outside, Green. Back to Irving. Rebound by Marshall. And so Marshall will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 8-point game. Pass to Jones. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Over Bertans. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Dallas leading by 8. Irving drives in. Pass to Carr. Just 3 to shoot. 20 feet out. Irving can't hit. New Orleans has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And the Mavericks making a change here.
Team fouls. Checking in for the Mavericks, Jonathan Isaac.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Valanciunas. He kicks to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Look, to steal a line from you up high and down hard, Jonas Valanciunas. Go ahead, big fella.
Doncic against Jones. And Doncic, here we go. Isaac with a screen for Doncic. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Jones against Dunn. Doncic with the steal. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Bertans, a screen on McCollum. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, Luka Doncic, because he understands windows of opportunity, has the footwork and the change of pace. The drive is easy for the Don.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's Valanciunas. That 3 off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's stolen by Jones. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Dallas calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. New Orleans making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. And then for Dallas, Embiid, he's checked in for Bertans. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Chris Dunn. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And it's off the back rim. No good. Jones against Doncic. Now Embiid. Over Valanciunas. Hits the jump hook. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Again, it's Joel Embiid. When he is on, there isn't one player in this league that can stop him.
Here's McCollum. Kicks it to Valanciunas for 3. He's off on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Isaac with a screen for Irving. To the right side. Embiid inside the line. The second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Valanciunas with a screen on Isaac. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his 3.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Doncic against McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And what blows me away about Doncic, the consistency across the board.
GA, for 3 straight years, he was selected to the first team All-NBA. And that's all before he turned 24 years of age. Do you have any idea how hard that is to do? What he has done is incredible.
Valanciunas with a screen on Isaac. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout third year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Embiid the screen. Irving for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Isaac. McCollum passes to Valanciunas. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
When Valanciunas...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now.
The previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Embiid. Here's McCollum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And so he hits both. Here's Irving. Embiid with a screen on McCollum. Irving kicks to Isaac. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
There's a versatility to young Mr. Jonathan Isaac, a big man with range for days. He is going to space the floor for you.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And here's McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Isaac. To the paint. No good from Valanciunas. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
All free throws good from Doncic. Pelicans trail by 13. 1:39 left in the fourth. Valanciunas with a screen on Isaac. Lets it go from 14.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Doncic passes to Isaac. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Mavericks.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum to stop the run, and the rejection by Embiid. Now, here's Thibault. He is guarded by McCollum. The pass to Irving. Embiid with a screen on Murphy. Irving from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
McCollum passes to Valanciunas. Outside, Jones. Pass to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally. Just trying to come out here and put up a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now, our New Balance player of the game, Joel Embiid.